Good day, everyone, and welcome to episode 23 in our series on Airport CEO. For those of you who didn't see episode 21 and 22, we unintentionally managed to break the game. And we did that in episode 21, and in episode 22, we tried to recover our airport so that we could get it running again. But unfortunately, we had broken it too badly, and we couldn't force aircraft to move, and we had this huge queue, and basically we couldn't recover the game. So we're going to start again, even though we're continuing the same series, and we're going to build a brand new airport from scratch. So let's just go and get ourselves set up here. White is good for me. Skin color is pasty. Eyes, well, they used to be blue. They're kind of a grey now, but there you go. So we'll go grumpy and then gamer. Get our game going. And I think I would like to be in a place where it snows. Moscow? Helsinki? St. Petersburg? No. I think Stockholm. How about Stockholm? Stockholm sounds good. Okay. Confirm airport location. Our airport name will be no, not that. Grumpy's International. And our three-letter code will be Grumpy International Airport. And we're going to go for moderate. $1 million in cash. That's not too bad. We won't do sandbox. I don't even know if we can do sandbox. But we will do... I like that. I do like that. Okay, are we ready? Let's go. So, having broken unintentionally the game in the last episode, I still want to follow here, Grumpy. Right, this is our letter that we get with some error messages, but we pretty much got that. We pretty much get the F1 is the help key, and we don't really care about that. So we've got 4 sections in our game that, oh, actually, I'll just pause this for a while here. We've got 4 sections that we can build in. So what we tried to do last time was get a bit fancy, and we learnt that you can only have basically one airport building, so that when passengers arrive and depart, they have to be able to get to and from everywhere in the airport structure. So we can't break our buildings up and have multiple buildings. The second thing we learnt is we can't have multiple runways dealing with the same aircraft type going to different locations in our airport building. So we have to have everything, if you like, centralized based on particular aircraft type. So just having given it a little bit of thought between episode 22 and 23, this is my new cunning and devious plan. That in this section over here, we'll start off and we will just do general aviation. And then when general aviation has got up and has earned us some money, we will expand over here to our right. Now, the reason we'll do it that way is because we'll build general aviation here. And we know that we don't need an airport building for general aviation. So we can have general aviation up here. So basically, we'll have our runways coming down here. We'll have parking stations up here, across here. and fill up a lot of this space just for general aviation. Hopefully, we'll be able to get enough money without borrowing money. We'll move over here and we'll build our small commercial section in this area here. And we can do that because we can start our terminal building here and run it across here. And the reason why we're going to start here is because roughly in the middle of our building is where we want our passengers to come and go. We're going to have our passenger arrival and departure area here, and then we can run that up here later in the game when we expand up this way, and this is where we will put our medium commercial. Bearing in mind that at this stage we don't have large commercial, we've only got medium commercial, so we'll run medium commercial up here. And that way we can use all 4 of these tiles to build a really big and swish airport. That's the plan anyway. So without any further ado, let's just get straight in to general aviation. And we will leave the game paused while we set up a few things. So first of all, we'll do our basic builds, then we'll go and get our contractors, and then when everything is in place, we'll start our build. We'll start building, and the game will kick off. So we will start with a runway. Now for general aviation, I'm going to have 2 runways, one for takeoff and one for landing. So we're going to use up a little bit of space, but we're going to also leave some space so that we can add things if need be later on. So we're going to come down. Whoops, hang on. We're going to come down 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. Did we do 3? 1, no, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to come across 3, but we've already come 1. So we're literally going to go 2, 3. Okay. Then we're going to have our landing runway, and we're going to align that here and then go out 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we've got 1 runway, general aviation for takeoff, 1 runway, general aviation for landing. The next thing we need is a taxiway, and we're going to stay with grass for the time being. And we're going to put our taxiway off down here. And remembering from our previous builds, we use 3 or counts of 3 for our taxiways to allow for room for wings and things so that aesthetically they don't crash into each other. We found out when the game broke, of course, that aircraft can literally ride over each other and it doesn't make any difference to them. And we're just going to do this. And this is where we're going to start. Now, in general aviation, there is one service we can provide as an airport, and that's going to be our refueling service. So if we have aircraft up here, we really will need to put our service facilities probably in this area. But then if we expand down here later on, we may even need some more down here. So let's go. Anyway, let's go along and we'll complete our layout down here. Actually, I'll just come off here too so I know what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Down we come. Very good. Now, your takeoff. And if we could avoid it, we do not want aircraft taking off We do not want aircraft going in multiple directions on the same runways, same taxiways. So we're going to try and keep these separate. I think what we need to do is have aircraft coming down here, turning right into parking bays, coming out the end of those parking bays, and then going up to the takeoff runway. And that way we don't get congestion at any point where they try to meet. So let's just run this guy out for a minute and we'll set up some markers just so that we can get the space for things. So we've got aircraft stands. We're going to go small, low quality. And we're going to turn it inwards so that when we have a taxiway, we have parking on both sides. So let's do our 3 again to give ourselves room. 1, 2, 3, and then down 3 for aesthetics. 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm not particularly concerned at this stage if general aviation have a little bit of wasted space around it. They're not the main game as far as we being an airport are concerned. Aircraft stand, no, taxiway foundation, yes. So we'll give ourselves just a little gap here for the 3. Then we'll give the taxiway for the 3. Then we'll come back and we'll join up there. Yes, as I was saying, they're not the main game. The main game for us will be a combination of the small and medium commercial that we are going to build later on. That is where the dollars are for us. But we do need to put effort into our general aviation at the beginning because they're going to be what we're going to base the financing of our airport on. Very simple. Okay, so we started with $1 million. We're down to 682,000. I think we can afford to build some more. Now let's just see. Let's just work out rule of thumb how many we can possibly have here. So got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to get at least 16 stands along here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. How much is this? It's $200 a square. That's quite expensive. Let's see what that's going to cost us out to say there. 660. I think we'll just go ahead. I mean, we can always change this later on, actually. So it's not going to be a huge deal for us. Okay. We're pretty well set up there, and our aircraft stands are 20,000. So I think, look, let's aesthetically give them a gap. I think if we start with, we get down to 500,000, quite possibly that will be enough for us to start off with. That gives us 6, 2, 4, 6. Let's go 8. And that should give us a profit. We want to do more than break even. We do actually want to be making a profit here. So the taxiway foundation, we'll just tidy this up down here and we'll add our bit here. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're all set. So let's go and get some contractors organized. Operations and contractors, yes. Um, actually, no, we need contracts first. Hang on. Dashboard. Where's contracts? Contracts. There we go. Offered contracts. And we should have two here. Highway is 959 at 890. 59 at 890. And 70 at 930. Well, I'm a bit of a cheapskate, so I'm going to go with the highway at $8.90. And we're in. Now, for our particular build today, the dashboard, operations, construction, I think we need 50. Let's go with 50. Hold control to increase by 10. 50. And we will deploy those. And we will start our game. And we should see down here where we have our material and personnel or construction crew drop off. This is where we should be seeing our guys come in. And just while I'm down there looking, I see that we haven't put a taxiway off our takeoff runway in case there's a problem. And I think we should do that for the very simple reason that if there is a problem, we do want planes to be able to get off there. I wonder, actually, even though we don't have, or I didn't leave the usual amount of space there, I think we can do this. And that way they don't have to cross the runway. Well, I mean, it could work. It could work. As we found out from our last game, not every great plan that we come up with is a winner, because sometimes things just don't work. All right, I think I might put the speed up to 3 here. We're on day 1. It's almost 9 in the morning. That's our material. And our guys are running backwards and forwards there. You can see them coming along and picking everything up, getting ready for the builds, and rushing over here, building our taxiways. Now, when the taxiways and the runways are finished being built, we'll add our taxiway paths in. You can't do those until the runway is actually built. So we're going along tickety-boo, as it were, right there. So just coming down here for a second, when our stands are built, the access for our vehicles is going to be at the north end and at the south end. If we put another row in down here, there will be 2 access points down there. And if we come over here, we are going to have to cross the taxiway. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know that I've ever made a service road to cross a taxiway. So I'm kind of hoping that the planes and the trucks get along okay together with that. So we've started on our runway. We're still working on a taxiway. We're not doing too badly. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're down to $485,000, but we did put a fair bit of effort into this layout up here. No holding points exist. No, we haven't put our taxiways in yet. Good. So the idea of landing down here, coming off here, going up our taxiway, then going to our stands, and then leaving our stands and continuing this way, even though it makes it quite a long, we should avoid all the congestion that we would get if we had having planes going in and out of this area. A little more cost involved, but hopefully we'll still be able to break even. So we've got our 2 runways. Now this runway is not commercial, general aviation and small, and it's not going to be both. It's going to be takeoff only, and we won't open it just yet. And this one, same, no commercial flights, general aviation only, small only, and this one is landing or arrivals, as they say. Building our stands. Let's go do our stands while we're at this. So we want our stands here just to do general aviation. It's fine. We've got those 2 ready. We got 3. Oh, the other thing we need, almost forgot there, is an air traffic control tower. Thank you very much. Nope. There you go, air traffic control tower. I'm going to go with a small one, and I'm going to angle it because they do have parking spaces in there. I'll angle it so that we've got parking, and also I'm going to bring it off our taxiway 3 as well, just to give us some space. So we're looking pretty good. Actually, in the dark, that red really shows up nicely. I like that. All right. Let's just keep going with our configuring our stands. General aviation only. Yes, general aviation only. Now we'll double check this, of course, when we go to activate our stands, and then we'll go to open our airport. Because we just want everything to be ready when we press the go button, so that from almost immediately we can start making money for our airport. And our original idea is still not to be in debt to the bank. So we're almost done. We need the ATC tower to be built, and we need this taxiway to be completed, but we're pretty much there. So as soon as the taxiway is done, we'll put our taxi paths in. Is that the correct term? I can never remember the correct taxiway path. So we'll do that, and we should be all set to go. So we'll just keep an eye on this up here. We just need this to be finished, and then we can head off. We're going to have to keep an eye on the maintenance area, because if we have a lot of general aviation in here, we could end up with a situation where if we're not careful with our maintenance, things will come to a grinding halt. $455,000 and dropping, losing $1,000 an hour. Almost done. Almost done. How's that ATC tower down here doing? No activity there yet. All right, tell you what, let's go ahead and start doing some of the things that we can do here. So we'll turn this taxiway. Oh, right. We can't put it in because we haven't put the taxiway paths in. There I was getting ahead of myself. Almost there. Will not be long now. We're 24 minutes into this episode. It'd be very nice to get this up and running and get our first general aviation plane coming in just before we finish the episode. I think that will be the plan. Okay, let's now pause that because there's no point losing money while we get this worked out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do this in logical sequence so we don't lose or miss anything out. So the guy comes in, comes off the taxiway there. Ooh, they're building our ATC tower. Then we go all the way up here. We take a right-hand turn. We go all the way down here. And we just stop there for a second. And as he takes a right-hand turn, he or she, they go and park in an appropriate aircraft stand, of which for the paying public, we now have 8 stands available. So they have a rest, pay us some money for resting there, come out of the stand, continue along the taxiway, all the way across here, and take off. Now, in times of emergency, they may want to do this, so we will allow them to do that. And in times of an emergency, if there's an abort, they can come out of, where's the middle? Hang on, I've lost the middle. 1, 2, 3. Is that the middle? Oh, is that not 3 wide? No, it's 3 wide. That's 3. There. Okay. Right. And in case of emergencies, they can come off that airdrome. Oh, there's an old-fashioned word, airdrome. They can come out of there and go down here. However, possibly when we get to, hang on, no, we won't do that. We'll come up here. And just in case, we'll put a whole point there. And we will put a whole, I don't know why that turns off when you do that. We will put a whole point here. I think that is right. Actually, you know what? We might just put a whole point down there. Actually, we'll put one there. So there's a whole point there, a whole point here just in case, and a whole point before you go on to the runway. Makes sense to me. Right. Open the stand. Stand requires a taxiway. Stand requires a taxiway connection. What have I done? Have I not connected a taxiway? That looks connected to me. Okay, let's have a look at this. Accept GA flight, small stand, open stand. Stand requires a taxiway connection. Is the taxiway not long enough? Taxiway foundation. 1 by 1. 3 by 3. Okay. Path must be placed on taxiway foundation or runway. Yep. Yep. Don't understand. Okay. Is the taxiway connected everywhere? Yeah. All right. Let's just try and make sure by going all the way across. Okay. Go all the way across. Oh, piffles. Look at that. Now they're connected. You have to turn the game back on in order for it to realize that it's connected to a taxiway after you put the taxiway paths in. It's all in the timing. So our 8 stands are operational and they're all general aviation only. Correct. This runway is general aviation, small aircraft, landing only. We open you. This runway is general aviation, small aircraft, takeoff only, and we open you. It's day 2. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Let us go to our dashboard and operations. We have tarmac lights they turn off at 7 in the morning and turn on at 7 at night. 7 at night. The airport is open. Security is disabled or not enabled. And we are going to allow general aviation. That's it. Okay. Day 2. Let's get going. And we'll go out here and hopefully our first plane will arrive very soon. And once that plane arrives, we are officially open in our new airport in Stockholm. Patiently waiting. Oop, more build trucks are coming. Oh yes, that's right. We added a little extra up there. Well, it's a freebie. Hey, $450,000. We did spend, and our first aircraft has arrived, ladies and gentlemen, on day 2 at 06:55. Let's just make sure everything goes according to plan. That was kind of an odd dog leg. Don't understand that one, but never mind. They do have to travel a long way, but I feel that's not too big a deal at this time. Okay. I'd be curious to see the algorithm that they use or how they determine which of the stands the aircraft go to. Because you would have thought you would have started either at the left top or the right top or something, but it just seems kind of random that he picked that one. Okay, 450. Oh, here comes number 2. We are definitely open for business as an airport. they seem to be turning down to this whole point. Maybe what we should do, just stop that little work that they do there, we should remove that. I don't even know if you can remove a whole point. Yes, you can. Nope, maybe not. Demolition tool. I think we just deleted the taxiway. Okay, that wasn't particularly a good idea. Let's put you back there. Okay, all right. Oh, I think we got rid of the holding point anyway. Whoa, where are you going? Oh dear, we've messed it up. Oh gosh. Come on, guys, please repair the taxiway so that we don't have another broken airport. Okay, we've got we need the equipment to be delivered. Okay, we need the equipment to be delivered. And so in the meantime, they're going to land there and they're not going to come off there because that part's missing. That's kind of strange. Have we got a taxiway? Ah, look at that. It also got rid of the, which I think we want to put back in there. Okay, let's see what happens now. No. Really? All right. Well, he was already on the runway when we made that fix. So let's hope the next one coming in goes all the way to the end and goes off our runway as we planned for him to go off. Okay. Not even 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. We've already got half of our stands in operation. So that's a pretty good indication. Now he's taking off. Now he's going the right way. Gosh. Okay, let's see if we can fix this by putting a whole point in here. Put the whole point there. Okay. Okay, so the takeoff one looks like it's going to be okay. It's the landing one after we made that change that's giving us the issue. Okay, let's wait and see what happens if the new guy, here he comes. Okay, very good. He's going to the end of the runway. And then he'll come off to that whole point, yeah. Okay. Excellent, okay. So somehow they seem to be heading for the whole point. But that's fine. We're 39 minutes in, and I think, apart from a little glitch there, we've got our airport up and running, and we've got general aviation aircraft coming in. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, thereabouts in the game. I am pretty sure that we'll have filled up our stands by the end of the day, and we'll be making some money overnight by these guys parking at our airport. So we're off to a good start. episode 23, the first episode of our new build. So I hope you enjoyed our restart, and I hope you're looking forward to the cunning and devious build plan that is going to define our new episode. So thank you very much for joining me. If you like the episode, please hit the like button. It actually does help. And if you feel so inclined, thank you very much for subscribing. So until next time, stay well and bye for now.